Hello students, welcome once again to this channel. Today in this video we are going to see class 12 physics first lesson electrostatics. One more question and answers, important points. This is the part 6 of this video series. Come on, let us see the points. Point number 58. At infinity, that is when R is equal to infinity, electrostatic potential is 0. That is V is equal to 0. Now let us see how it becomes 0. Now look at this expression. Actually this is the expression for electrostatic potential. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Now when R is equal to infinity, so in the place of R let me substitute infinity. In the next step, in the place of infinity, what is the value of infinity? 1 by 0. So I have written 1 by 0. In the next step, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q into 1 by 0. If it goes this side, it will become 0 by 1. So when this term is multiplied by 0, it becomes 0. So V is equal to 0. This is how we get V is equal to 0 when R is equal to infinity. Next point. In the case of gravitational field, mass moves from a point of higher electrostatic potential. Sorry, not electrostatic potential, higher gravitational potential. The word gravitational is missing. You make a note of it. To a point of lower gravitational potential. Now, this is the Earth. As we move away from the center of the Earth, the gravitational potential keeps on increasing. So let us take this point. This point is at a higher gravitational potential. Now let us take another point which is closer to the Earth's surface, somewhere over here. This point is at a lower gravitational potential. So a mass always moves from a higher gravitational potential to a point of lower gravitational potential. Next point, similarly, in the case of electrostatic potential, a point charge, it moves from a point of higher electrostatic potential. Here also the word electrostatic is missing, make a note of it, to a point of lower electrostatic potential. But in the case of a negative charge, it moves from a point of lower electrostatic potential to a point of higher electrostatic potential. Now, we have already learnt about the expression for electrostatic potential at a point due to a point charge. Now, we are going to learn electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. That is, capital V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by R square. Or in vector notation, it is written as V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P vector dot R cap by R square. Now special cases. Now have a closer look at this diagram. I have drawn a line. On this line, I have marked minus q plus q. This minus q and this plus q, they are separated by a small distance 2a. So this setup makes a dipole. So from this dipole, I have taken a point named P somewhere over here. At this point, the electrostatic potential is, this is what the expression says. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by R square. Now we are going to see the special cases. What if this point P lies on this axial line somewhere over here on the side of plus Q? Now let me explain. Now this is the axial line. Now what if this point P lies somewhere over here like this? Now what is the angle between this axial line and this line? It becomes 0. So when we substitute 0 over here, cos 0. What is the value of cos 0? 1. Then this expression will become B is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. The next case is, what if this point P lies somewhere over here on this axial line along at the side of minus Q, somewhere over here. Then what will happen? This angle, it becomes like this. Like that it becomes, and it comes this side. So 180 degree. Now, if I substitute 180 degree over here, cos 180, what is the value? Minus 1. So this electrostatic potential will become V is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. The third case is, what if this point P lies on the equatorial plane somewhere over here? Now what is the angle between this axial line and this line? This is 90 degree. So now if we substitute the value of 90 degree over here, cos 90, what is the value of cos 90? 0. Then the electrostatic potential V will become 0. Now let us learn all these things step by step. Okay. So point number 63. If the point P lies on the axial line of the dipole on the side of plus Q, then theta is equal to 0, then the electrostatic potential, first I have written the expression V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by R square. In the next step, in the place of theta I have substituted 0, so cos 0 the value is 1. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P into 1 by R squared, which is nothing but V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. Next point, if the point P lies on the axial line of the dipole on the side of minus Q, then theta is equal to 180 degree. Then the electric potential, here also I have written the equation first. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by R squared. In the place of theta I have substituted 180. So cos 180 is nothing but minus 1. So the final expression will become V is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R squared. Then the next point is, if the point P lies on the equatorial line of the dipole, then theta is equal to 90 degree. Then the electric potential V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by R squared. So in the place of theta, let me substitute 90 degree. What's the value of cos 90? 0. So altogether this expression will become 0. So the potential is equal to V is equal to 0 when the point P lies on the equatorial line of the dipole. With this video has come to an end. Let us meet in the next video with another set of questions.